of Stikeman Elliott Barristers and Solicitors, and instead of doing what I asked, which was to just identify the blog posts, so I knew which ones he was talking about, so I could go and you know, see if there was in fact anything problematic in them, and deal with it if there was. He comes back and he says, your claims not to be able to find the offending material are not credible, blah 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 blah. In other words, he's saying that I'm a liar, essentially. He's saying that my claims not to be able to find, you know, unfounded vicious allegations, the effect that ministers of the association engage in such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape, are not credible, and, you know, not believable, untrue, and so on. You know, so I had to explain to Maître Coulombe that well, no, you don't quite understand. You know, I do know where I wrote about pedophiles and rapists on the Emerson Avenger blog. I just don't know where there are any unfounded blog posts about Unitarian Universalist pedophiles and rapists. Please identify those blog posts that you are claiming to be unfounded and amounting to blasphemous libel and so on. So of course I never heard from him again, because he was not in a position to identify blog posts that actually were unfounded. None of them were. In fact, you know, the title of one of the blog posts even said that you know, so-and-so was convicted, you know. So, you know, right in the title of the blog post it says this person was convicted of pedophilia and rape. It's going to, okay, here comes the hose man. Well, not yet. I guess he hasn't quite got things together yet. So, but this fellow has come out on several occasions now, and he has hosed down my chalk slogans. I expect he will do so as soon as this person has come off the taxi. Anyway, I'm going to recirculate some more with the slogan here so more people can see it. But yes, I was expecting the fellow standing there with his hand on the roof of the minivan to hose down my slogans, to erase them. And I think he will do that as soon as the person in the wheelchair is wheeled away. So anyhow, we'll just keep okay, so he's actually, so it might be a little while yet before my chalk slogans get hosed down. Now who knows, maybe the guy finally came to his senses and realized that it's not wise for him to hose down my slogans, because it proves his complicity in Unitarian Universalist misuse of blasphemy law to cover up pedophilia and rape, and his complicity in other Unitarian Universalist injustices, abuses, and hypocrisy. In fact, it's beyond complicity. It's, you know, knowing and willful involvement. Okay, so we got a police car coming along here from the look of things. So see what that's all about. Oh, it's turning. No, 26-2. So that's not a local police vehicle. Station 11 is the NDG Côte St. Luc police station. 26, not so sure. Côte de Neige, okay, Côte de Neige. So yes, I don't think this police car is here to have a chat with me. Ça va très bien, oui. Bonjour. So he rolls down his window and asks if everything's okay. Ça va bien? And I say yes. Yeah, that's how it should be. That's how the police should respond to a peaceful public protest, instead of trying to shut it down and so on. You know, which is basically in violation of my constitutionally guaranteed civil rights. Okay, here he comes. The man with the hose, once again, doing his best to hide the fact that Unitarians cover up sexual abuse of children. So the slogan clearly says Unitarians cover up sexual abuse of children, and this fellow right here, this Montreal Unitarian, is trying to hide the fact that Unitarians cover up sexual abuse of children, and thus is himself a knowing and willful participant in the cover-up of sexual abuse of children by Unitarian Universalist ministers, by Unitarian Universalist Sunday school teachers, and by ordinary Unitarian Universalist lay people. So, oh, you think it's funny? You think it's funny that...
I don't. I thought you were aiming at me. But...
Well, I am now because you're laughing. Do you think it's funny that Unitarians cover up clergy abuse of children? Do you think that's a funny thing? Is that something to laugh about, sir?
No, it's not funny. It's just I have no idea of your justification.
Are you a member of the church? You attend, but you're not a member. Do you identify as a Unitarian Universalist? Do you identify as a Unitarian Universalist? Oh, you're not sure about that either? If he told you it's not true, he's a liar.
He didn't say that.
Okay. So this man right here, the host, he's hiding the fact that Unitarians, you know, cover up sex abuse of children when it's committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers, when it's committed by Unitarian Universalist Sunday school teachers, when it's committed by other Unitarians, and that's not a funny thing.
But bring it to court.
It's been to court. I'm talking about the cover-up. The cover-up is hard to bring to court. But anyway, that's if you identify.
There's evidence.
There is evidence.
Well, then it has to go to court.
It's as I said. I'm talking about a.
The Catholic Church is the evidence is there, and they.
Well, the evidence is there for the Unitarians, but you cannot bring them to court just in terms of cover-up. Well, I got to get this guy.
Sorry, dude. You shouldn't be taking pictures of people just like that, though.
Oh, I can. Don't worry about it.
That's not very respectful, though.
Well, I'm not very respectful of people who cover up pedophilia and rape, sir.
Yeah, but still. I mean, it's a little frustrating.
It's frustrating?
I'm not entirely sure that you are allowed to take pictures of people.
Well, I'm entirely sure they am because I'm a photographer and a videographer and I know what I'm doing. So, he just covered up the talk slogan that said Unitarians misuse blasphemy law to cover up pedophilia and rape. So, again, a knowing and willful participant in cover-up and denial of pedophilia and rape committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers, Unitarian Universalist Sunday school teachers, and, you know, ordinary Unitarian Universalist lay leaders. You know, the emphasis is obviously on the clergy and the Sunday school teachers, but you know, the fact of the matter is that some non-clergy are obviously guilty of similar things too. Oh, here he goes. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh yeah, right past the Unitarian Church sign. That's good. So here he comes. Oh, I wonder if the hose is going to reach. Oh, gee, maybe it won't.
That's it?
That's it, eh? Oh, too bad. Guess you're going to have to get a bucket. So, what I like about this guy is he's totally unashamed of his knowing and willful participation in concealing clergy sex abuse of the worst kind that Unitarian Universalist ministers are guilty of. And then there's John Inder there. That's the former president of the church. He has himself been the person watering down and erasing my slogans in the past. He's been very involved in trying to shut down my protest in front of church in other ways. You know, totally nonchalant, not concerned, you know, about his own knowing and willful participation in attempts to conceal some of the worst forms of clergy misconduct committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers. So, anyhow.
We're just walking right here, eh?
Yeah, well, you're walking right up to me.
Yeah. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look, you got a nice mouth. So, well, now you're going to look good on YouTube. So, Yeah?
There will be legal consequences.
Good, good. I look forward to that. You look this afternoon. Look this afternoon. You'll see it on YouTube. And you're most welcome to try and sue me. We'll see what happens. So this woman shoves her face right into my camera. I mean, not right into it, not like David Horn did a few weeks ago where he literally shoved his face right into the lens, but she comes right up to within a few inches of the lens and, you know, gets somewhat aggressive with me. And she then says if she sees the video, you know, there's going to be legal consequences. Well, you know, if you don't want to be videoed, you know, maybe you shouldn't shove your face in people's cameras when in the middle of filming. So, you know, she came right up to me. You know, she was in the background. She was just a periphery, you know, figure. And, you know, she decides to become a YouTube star by coming right up to me as I'm filming and, you know, getting a little snippy with me. So, you know, I told her very clearly that, you know, no, this video's going on YouTube. Just like all the other videos I shoot to document this protest. I have very, very good reasons to document this protest as much as possible. Not the least of those reasons being to protect myself from false accusations brought against me by Montreal Unitarians in their efforts to shut down the protest. You know, the Montreal Unitarians have called in numerous reports to the police seeking to shut down this protest, and at least some of those reports have contained, you know, completely false accusations about me. So I keep the video camera running as much as possible in an effort to protect myself from such false claims. So you know, basically I have evidence of my behavior as well as the evidence of other people's behavior. So Reverend Diane Roller came out. She's in the blue robe there, hiding behind the other person. Well, I won't say she's like, I'm just using that in a figurative sense, but she's not visible. In the past, you know, I spoke about, you know, false criminal charges and accusations and so on. In the past,